Come on now.
All right, so top 5 drama
Let
series.
me get my list.
Who wants to go first?
I feel like I always go first.
I mean, I was going to go, but
go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. So we're doing the what's it called? Clues or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Here, I'll do a quote. All right. Ready? Okay. Fucking Gallagher's.
That's Shameless.
Shameless, yeah.
Number 5. Yeah. Shameless. My favorite.
I'm mad. So I'm mad. So I started watching it without Katrina, and then when Katrina had strep throat, she was in the bathtub. And I put the TV in there. I was like, "Here, just watch this show." I was like, "Just catch up to me, and then we can watch it together." She watched like 3 seasons in one day, and then she just like blew past me. I was like, "Fuck!" She was on it every day. I was like,
"Left you in the wind."
Left me.
I mean, I'm impressed because this took me to like watch when the 6th season came out, or 7. I don't know. Like all 6 seasons were on Netflix.
Yeah.
You know, like I forgot how many years ago, but me and Sam watched like I think 4 episodes each day or whatever, and caught up. So we watched 6 seasons in 1 month. But 3 seasons, whoa! Like it's a good show, but I didn't.
She did. I don't want to say one day. She did 3 seasons in like 2 days because she had strep throat, so she was sick.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So she just nonstop like fucking binge.
Yeah.
When you're binging something, you can't stop, especially when the episodes end. Like.
Yeah.
Well,
I had to work at like Oil Change. I had a full-time job at that time. I could go there, do that, and then come back and watch it. But yeah, show to me, like there's a lot of funny moments in there, but there's a lot of fucking serious moments too, to where I would call this a drama.
Yeah. Because it's definitely a drama. It's funny shit happens, but it's definitely a drama.
Right.
But I watched like the first full season. I watched the whole season, and then I don't know what happened. I didn't follow up like, I don't like this. I just fell off.
Yeah.
And I was trying to catch her up, and she fucking the way I knew she liked it, because she doesn't like taking baths. I gotta like force her when she's sick, and she stayed in the fucking bathtub till the sun went down. And I was like, you don't want to. I got 1 more episode. Oh, okay.
Just keep making the water hotter.
Right. She was hooked.
Touching up the water. Josh, did you watch the last episode? The final episode? You still haven't watched it?
No, are you like I'm savoring all like the other shows.
That's what it sounds like.
Right. When I'm gonna watch it because I'm hearing like things about. I'm not hearing bad things like Game of Thrones, but I'm hearing kind of like it. Okay, so I'm not really looking forward to it since it's the last episode. And,
she watches like, so I used to peek in and just see what's going on and kind of like watch one episode randomly, whatever season, and then peek out. I don't see how they can satisfy you with the ending because the show is so random. It's so much random shit happening in the show, so it's kind of like it just has to end like it is what it is kind of shit.
Like the seasons are okay, not as good as it used to be. But I'm watching it like they're done. They have like 1 more in them, and the last few episodes I've seen were cool, but I don't know how they're gonna end it now. Like, guess what? Spoiler alert, they're moving out, so I'm guessing that's what the last episode might be because everybody's moving different places. So, but I guess I'll see.
I watched it right away, so. But what was I gonna say about that show? What else do you want to say about Shameless, Josh?
There's like what 10 seasons, 11? No, 11.
11. Yeah.
There's hella seasons.
Yeah. The only one I didn't care for was season 7. It seemed like they were kind of like not knowing what to do with Fiona and a couple other people. So, but other than that, like season 1 through 6, I think are all great, and then 7 to 11, 7 to 11. You had to. We're like cool, solid show still. So that's why it made up my top 5 compared to everything.
Who's your favorite character in that show?
I like Kevin.
Kevin, okay.
Kevin Ball, yeah, he cracks me the fuck up. Everybody else is good in it, but like he's just so like he's one of those guys that's a fucking doofus, but you love him no matter what he does.
Which one is that? Is that one of the brothers?
No, that's he's with V.
Oh, the bartender guy.
Yeah. The bartender
he's
guy,
fucking hilarious. So I came in, she was watching the episode when he's talking about his coach molesting him, and he was getting pissed off. I was like, what in the fuck?
reason why this show is called Shameless. They
don't give a shit.
Yeah, I swear.
And Frank Gallagher always seems to get out of whatever mess he's in. You're like, there is no way he's screwed like this time. He's not getting out of this.
I watched the episode when he's trying to sell the babies. I was like, this is the most ridiculous.
Dude, he is a piece of shit. Like
he said, pick the best one. He's like, pick the best.
I can't help but just admire like all the shit that he's done. Him getting out of shit, him getting what he wants, and just never like. I mean, at the same time, fuck him. But I just keep on getting what he wants. He's a sly motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck. He ain't shit, and he knows it.
Okay, so I'll go next unless you want to go, Lamar.
Go ahead.
Okay. So my clues are law students, Shondaland.
How to Get Away
Why
with
is your penis on a dead girl's phone?
How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. That was a show where I never got tired of, like, every season was good. Like Scandal, it got to a point where I was like, this show needs to fucking end. Like, I don't care about anybody anymore.
Right.
But with How to Get Away with Murder, it continued. And every season it was something new. And it's like, okay, what's happening? And the way they bounce all over the place, you really have to sit and pay attention to the show. You can't like have it on in the background.
Okay, so Tasha, I feel like the list you're making is the list that Katrina would make.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that's exactly how she felt. She would not, like, she would be serious about watching that show.
You had to. And
I remember I came in because somebody said something about the twins. So I thought she had already watched the episode. And I was like, the guy came back alive?
I remember.
And she just kind of looked at me like, she just turned and looked at me. And I was like, what did I say?
I remember when you guys told me about that. I was like, that's fucked up.
I didn't know. I just walked in like, so the guy came back alive? And she just like, I guess that scene was about to happen. And she just stopped and turned and looked at me like, why the fuck would you say that? And she was like, if this is this guy behind the door, I'm going to slap the shit. That was my one moment of being stupid. But this one, I started watching it. Then I kind of just lost interest. Like, it was cool. Like the first couple episodes, and I was like, I don't really care.
I've heard that from different people.
Yeah, with How to Get Away with Murder, like, a couple episodes, I was like, okay, this might go somewhere, but I just didn't care enough.
Yeah.
And that in Scandal, like,
same thing with Scandal.
I think I might have actually finished a season of Scandal, but not How to Get Away with. I don't like. They started off really strong, and then I was kind of like, all right, I'm not interested.
Wait, before I join into what Josh is saying, Scandal's not on anybody's list, right?
No, it's not on mine.
Okay.
No.
But, no, so Scandal was the same way. Like, it started off cool. Then when they kind of got rid of Columbus Short, and then it seemed like after that, it was kind of like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And then every episode, she was fucking crying, and it was annoying. Every episode, she couldn't say a sentence without crying, and it was like irritating as fuck. It was irritating. So that's what made me stop watching it. After that, I was like, I can't watch this shit no more. She can't say a fucking line without crying.
The nitpick I have, and I actually kind of have it about both of the shows, as much as I do like How to Get Away with Murder, it does get to a point where it starts focusing only on the main characters instead of like the cases that they're working on.
The murder,
like with Scandal, she was a fixer. Her people that worked with her were fixers, so they would fix different cases. And then How to Get Away with Murder, she was teaching them how to, be lawyers. So it was like these different cases they were like helping. But then it gets to a point where stuff is happening within the circle that all of the focus is on that, and they're not working on different cases. So that's the only nitpick I have about those shows. But with Scandal, I couldn't stand the relationship between her and the president.
Right. And it turned into that. Like, she wasn't fixing shit no more. It was more just like the drama of her, the president, and the wife.
Exactly. So that was why that fell off with me. And like I said, How to Get Away with Murder kind of had that too, but those stories were more interesting to me, to where it was like, I wish they would do the cases, but I want to know what's going to happen to these people. So that's my number 5.
Okay.
My number 5. They say it's a big rich town. I just come from the poorest part. Yeah.
Josh,
bright lights, city lights. I'm gonna make it. This is where it goes down. Oh yeah.
I know Josh never watched it, so he's
probably.
But I didn't answer it.
I was just trying to see if you might know.
No, I haven't seen it.
You might have heard the song. I don't know.
What is it?
When you didn't answer, I was like, okay, yeah, he's never seen it. It's Power.
Yeah.
Oh, I never watched Power. I thought we had been over this. No, I haven't seen it.
So Power started off crazy, like crazy. I was locked in. How many seasons was it?
5? I think it's 5. 5 or 6. It was
5. So it held up for like, I want to say 3.5 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And then it got to a point where it's like, okay, now it's time to get off the bus. Like, it's time for you guys to wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
And they knew that. And they did that. So I respected them for doing that. They were smart for doing that because they were on a path to some bullshit.
Yeah.
They were like right there on the line onto some bullshit. But before that, it was like, I was locked in. It was that show you were excited to see on Sunday. Like, oh, some Power's coming on. It was one of those shows.
Yeah.
For like 3.5, I want to say like 3.5, almost 4 seasons. And then they started to tanker off. But they cut on, like the last episode was, they wrapped it up perfect. Thank God. Because they were about to fail.
Yeah. And Power was a show you had to watch before you got on social media. Because people were quick.
People were posting at midnight before the show was even released.
Yeah, because they got to watch it early.
And would just spoiler was fucking ridiculous. Did you watch Power last night? So-and-so got killed. Like, wow, you just off top, huh?
Like no spoiler alert, nothing?
No, nothing.
I didn't start it as soon as it started. I think I started late in the first season. So I caught up and then was watching it with everybody else. But go on Facebook before I get a chance to watch it, and somebody I went to high school with was like, damn, that's fucked up that Josh, are you gonna watch Power?
No, he's not. I'm looking at his face. He's not.
Okay.
Watching this shit at all.
He was like, man, that was fucked up.
All the excitement I was giving Josh, he was just staring at me like, go ahead and wrap it up.
He ain't even listening.
And number 4 for mine.
But no, the guy was like, man, that's fucked up. Why did 50 have to kill his son like that?
Yeah.
Like, and then his response was, it's not my fault you guys don't have it early. He was
what a dumbass fucking response.
Total dickwad. I was like, dude.
But there's literally people like, and they still do it now with shows. It's like they want to be the first to say, I seen it and I liked it and this happened so I can verify to you that I watched it already. You can't just say it was a good episode.
From it to confirm that I did see it.
You can't just say, hey, yeah, I liked that episode last night. You got to say, yeah, I liked it, and how he got shot outside of the bar by his sister. It's like, you don't have to do it. You don't have to do that.
That's how you do a non-spoiler review. You got to say it.
Oh, no. They say names. They will be like,
nah, non-spoiler. You say something happens without saying how it.
Yeah, man, that's messed up that happened on that part.
Yeah, I can't believe it, man. Something fucked up happened. You got to watch it, and that's the thing. So
it would be like literally, yeah, man. When Ghost got shot in the chest by Tariq, that was crazy. You'd be like, what? Wow.
Hey, spoilers. But I couldn't believe, you know what I mean? Like, give us a fucking heads up if you're gonna be doing something.
Okay, so this is how detailed they were with bullshit. Remember when Ghost's daughter got killed? Somebody posted the fucking what do you get at the funeral?
Obituary or not obituary.
Yeah, obituary. That they posted it immediately. The obituary, R.I.P. Raina. So I'm scrolling, and I come to this obituary, R.I.P. Raina. Like, what?
Yeah,
it was
social media is the devil.
Ridiculous. But also, there was a point, I want to say it was after the second season. I guess 50 was in negotiations, and they weren't giving him what he wanted, so he leaked like 3 episodes.
Oh, really?
You remember when that happened?
Nuh-uh.
He leaked like 3 episodes, and everybody was like going crazy. So it was like it was like people were kind of losing interest because they were taking so long to come back.
Mhm.
And he leaked like 3 episodes, and it brought like the whole audience back because of those 3 episodes. It was
Mhm.
I
weird that he
remember
did
that.
it, but it was like genius. He
Mhm.
like leaked them. He was like, they don't want to pay me, so here, 3
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah.
Of course, 50 would do that.
Yeah,
But
it brought
no,
the audience
Lamar,
back.
I completely agree with you about how it had a solid 3 to 3.5 seasons,
Mm-hmm.
and then was like, it's time to end. Because
Yeah.
I started to get to a point where it was like, if they were to end this now, I would be fine.
Yeah.
So it's good that they did that. But I don't have any interest in watching the spinoffs. I do hear that Ghost, Power Book Ghost, I think that's what it's called, that
It's
centers
cool.
on Tariq.
It's
I
cool.
heard that's good, but
It is.
I don't want to get sucked into another show. So
It's like, so I compare it to how they did Better Call Saul. So I went into it like because I was like, Saul has his own show.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was. So I didn't watch the whole first season, and then I was hearing people talking about like, no, it's good, but I'm like, it's Saul. I remember it from the show. Like, he's so over the top. I don't want to watch that shit. But then when I watched it, I was like, oh, this shit is fucking fantastic.
Mhm.
So the Tariq show is, I don't want to say it's fantastic, but it's good.
Yeah.
Because nobody likes Tariq. So when you
say people hated Tariq from
people
from
real life
Power.
hated Tariq, yeah.
So it's like, how is this gonna work with the show?
So Josh, Game of Thrones, you know how everybody hated the prince?
Yeah.
That's how everybody felt about Tariq.
Really?
Yes, the same. Like, black people felt about that, about Tariq, how everybody felt about that fucking prince. How we wanted him to die in real life.
Yeah, in real life.
Oh, fuck that kid. But everybody felt the same way about Tariq. Like, literally felt the same way. To where he would have to explain to people, like, it's just a character I'm on a show. Yeah. They're like, no, fuck you.
Sometimes that character be too good at being a fucking asshole.
He was.
Yeah.
So when you watch his, because the Power Book 2 is his show basically.
Yeah.
When you watch it, you go in like, oh, I don't want to see this motherfucker. But the storyline is good, so you kind of let it go.
Yeah, you don't hate him so much.
I couldn't stand his ass doing the regular. I couldn't stand that motherfucker.
Yeah. Who was your favorite in Power? Don't say Ghost.
Ghost was my favorite until like the 4th season.
When he turned into a bitch.
He turned into a straight bitch.
Well, you agree with me. When I say that, people get mad at me.
No, he turned into a straight bitch. I never liked
Ghost. I didn't like Ghost from season 1.
So after I stopped fucking with Ghost, really, I think I started liking Tommy.
I always liked Tommy.
Yeah, I think I did. I don't even really remember because Ghost was acting like such a bitch. I couldn't focus on nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
He went from being like this top boss, don't play no fucking games, to a crybaby bitch, literally. Tasha, what about the kids? Oh my God, you said that shit one more time. That is not you. It's not you.
Father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, so Tommy was great.
That's number 5. But like I said, this would be in there. It wouldn't have made it if this had more seasons.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have made it if Ozark had one more season.
Like season 5?
4.
Ozark only has 2, right?
3.
No, Ozark has 3. It's about to have 4. Like they're gonna.
It's about to have 4, and it'll be its last one.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm watching.
Ozark has 3.
Yeah.
I'm watching the 3rd season right now, and then they're gonna have 4.
When did the 3rd season come out?
Last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember I binge watched 1 and 2, and as soon as I was done with season 2, season 3 dropped. So I was able to keep it going.
So you guys finished both? You guys finished it all, right?
Josh is on season 3 right now. I finished it.
Because I need to ask something.
All these work shows, I can watch it now. I can watch it this week. Yeah.
How did season 2 end?
Josh, you've seen it more recently than I have.
I've seen the end of season 2. So
how does it end? Do you remember?
They kill. Spoiler alert. They kill Ruth's dad, so he stopped fucking with them. And then they open up the casino and the boat. And then I guess Laura Linney, except she's like really like wanted to be this person that's in control of a lot of things, or being a businesswoman.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it. She tells her kids why she did it, So yeah, they just opened the casino. What's his name? Jacob gets poisoned by what's her name? His wife.
The people that are growing the
that was season 2. That wasn't in the season 1.
No. So Lamar, I think you saw season 3 because we've had little conversations about something that happens in season 3.
That's why I wanted to ask.
Yeah, I think I know what you're thinking, and so you have seen season 3 because I slipped and said something and was like, "Oh shit, Josh hasn't seen it."
So okay, damn. So,
but the seasons are short. They're like what, 10 episodes each?
Yeah, 10 episodes.
So you might not realize where it breaks.
So I might have to push Power out. No, literally, because I thought Ozark was only 2 seasons. So Power
all that conversation about Power and now changing your number 5.
But, okay, so I still feel the same about Power, but because of that 1.5 seasons at the end, I might have to push it out. Because there was a point where I was, like you said, Tasha, in the middle of 4, when you just like, all right, like, okay, all right. How far are we gonna go with this shit? That's how I started to get to where it was like the excitement was gone for turning it on. Like, come on.
You're just putting it on to finish it to see how it's gonna end.
Yeah, and they were doing so much stupid shit within the show. So that the last 2, no, fuck that. I'm putting Ozark in there because now I'm thinking of the last couple episodes of Power when they kept replaying the story from everybody's angle. It was so unnecessary. So yeah, Ozark is in there. Power's out. Ozark is in.
Ozark's number 4.
Ozark's my number.
No, he said 5.
Number 5. Ozark's number 5.
He's kicking Power out and putting Ozark.
Power's out of here.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'm confused. Okay.
Yeah, we're still on 5.
Yeah, I'm still. My bad. So I can't say a lot about Ozark, but Ozark is it's brilliant. It's in the same vein as Breaking Bad and all of the other like I don't want to do this, but I have to do it shows. It's in that same vein, and the main guy, I just like him in everything he's in. Like the way he's witty, yeah. And then I like how they do it with the kids. Like the first season, one kid was annoying. The second season, the other kid is annoying. But they all have to understand what's going on.
Yeah. They have their little like rebellion type of acts that they do. They take turns and then
Yeah. So I really like Ozark. I don't want to ruin nothing for Josh, so number 5. Ozark.
Yeah. No, Ozark's definitely.
Power's out of here. Sorry. Well, I'm not sorry. Power, you're fucking out of here.
Sorry, not sorry. What were you about to say, Josh?
I was saying I like the first 2 seasons are really good. I didn't expect him to kill him because one of my favorite characters was Jacob Snells. And, what's her name? Is it Charlene? Darlene.
Darlene, yeah.
When she did, I was like, oh fuck, she's cool, but she's fucking. Don't fuck with her.
No. I like so.
I don't want to talk about the show.
Yeah, I mean this kind of. My statement right now kind of goes into a couple shows that are in my top 5. I don't necessarily care for the lead female character in a lot of shows. They annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But Laura Linney in Ozark, the mom, the wife, loves her.
Okay, so and that's why I say that it's the switch of it, because the first season she annoyed the fuck out of me, and then the second season it was like, you
and I was kind of comparing her to the wife from Breaking Bad, who I loathed.
Could not stand that
absolutely
bitch.
Loathed. So I was kind of feeling Laura Linney out in Ozark, like, okay, where's she going? And then after the first season, when it got to the second one, I was like, okay, she's about that life. She's like trying to get shit going too. So started to like her. So
it shows in the end of the second season where she's like, yeah, I know what the hell I'm doing.
And it's like that with all the women, because even the Justin Timberlake girl, like I love her in the fucking show too. Like she's a beast. She don't give a shit, but she's like smart.
Talking about Ruth.
She looks exactly like Justin Timberlake. Like identical twins. Like Bow Wow and Lil Mama.
Oh my God. All right, Josh, what's your number 4?
Okay, so my number 4, here are my clues. All right, ready?
Yes.
All right. LaRusso.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
I had a feeling that was going to be in there.
Yeah, it has a lot of funny moments. It's like when people told me about it before I saw it, they said it was like a soap opera with karate in it. I was like, well, if that's the case, it's the best soap opera.
I say it's more of a teen drama with karate in it.
Either way, it's like drama still a great teen drama, and I don't.
Yeah,
really
but it's not even just a teen drama. It's like an adult drama too. And then they give you like a dash of nostalgia, but it's like, but this is a new story. Like they always hit you with something like, remember this from the movie, but no, it's about the story though.
Yeah. They don't just focus on that.
Yeah,
it's like, we acknowledge it, and it never gets like repetitive to me. I think it works within the.
Right.
And this manages to do with a lot of like sequels or spinoffs. Like years later they bring it back, and sometimes it doesn't flow too well. But this one, for some reason, like even if I'm not a fan, like I tell people, I'm not the biggest fan of the original three. I've seen them. I think they're okay. But whether they do it, it's like, they respect the last three films. They acknowledge the last three films. They have their own story. And this show made me a fan of Karate Kid. Like,
right. It's ridiculous how that works.
Yeah. 3 seasons. They got like a couple more seasons, and I like all 3 seasons. I went back to rewatch them with, first time I watched it with my mom guy, and then Sam, and then my grandma. Like I can rewatch.
You keep introducing it to people so you can rewatch.
Right.
You should watch. Hey, I'll watch it with you.
Watch. Like Cobra Kai. That's fucked up a lot of shows for me because I'm like, oh, it's good. Not as good as Cobra Kai though. All
right, so with Cobra Kai, when the first season came out, it was on YouTube. I remember they kept doing promotions for it, like YouTube's has a new TV and they have this new show, and they were like showing. I was like, that shit looks ridiculous. Who the fuck wants to watch this?
YouTube or Facebook?
YouTube. It was on YouTube first.
Oh, okay.
It was like a series for YouTube, but I don't think it worked over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then did they move it to Netflix? It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, like after the second season, the first 2 seasons were on YouTube Red, and then they went back to Netflix, and Netflix had a 3rd season, and I guess they're signed on. I'm hearing they're signed on for 3 more seasons.
Yeah.
So,
but it's like they could do a lot with that.
I don't even know how I started watching it. I don't know if somebody told me to watch it or how I started watching it. But I just turned, on the first episode. I really expected not to like the shit.
Mm-hmm.
But what's his name is just so ridiculous. Like, he's such an asshole. I was like, oh, this guy's cool.
I had to take my car down. Went to mom and guy's house, and I had to take my car down the street from their house to fix. They had to do some repairs on my car. I was like, all right, let me back home, go back to their house. Let me just check out Cobra Kai because everybody's saying how great it is.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of Karate Kid, so I'm watching. 5 episodes later, I'm still. And then I think my mom went into the other room. It was me and Guy watching it. She came out. She's like, "Oh," or she fell asleep. I forgot what it was, but she's all, "Oh man, I want to watch it." I'm like, "Oh shit, let's watch it again." Let's go. Like I was saying, like I was hooked on this show. It took me 2 days to finish it. It's like 10 episodes, each 30 minutes long, and that's all you need. It doesn't. There's no.
And they always give you that cliffhanger at the end of every episode.
Yeah, the whole episode is great, and then they give you that cliffhanger. It's like, fuck. Yeah, I want to watch it. I hate shows.
It used to piss me off when you're watching it and then you just see that Cobra come up in front of the screen. Like, no, that's not it. Like, that's not it. No, that's not it. I gotta watch another one.
Yeah, that it fucking sucks about the whole episode, and then something good happens.
Yeah.
And like, this show, it that's how it. Like, I forgot what show it was, but yeah, I hate when they leave you off of cliffhangers, and that makes you want to go see the next one, but it's not a good show all the way through.
Yeah.
Not this one. This one is like, fuck. I got to get some sleep, but I can't because I got.
Yeah. And it's funny because, like Josh said, like people point out the negatives in it, but she just like, I don't give a shit. Because somebody was like, was it Double Toasted? They were like, these kids cannot learn karate like that in a week. And I was like, I really don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That they said, and a lot of people saying like, there's no teacher or anybody's breaking these fights up.
I was about to say that. Where are the teachers?
I mean, like,
there's
a lot of stuff I really don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you could say this ain't realistic. I don't give a fuck. This
Right.
show, this show's great.
And like you said, it's like they could say it's a teen drama and stick to that, but real shit happens, and like these motherfuckers almost die in this show.
And they throw fucking people through a window.
Yeah. That was breaking and entering and attempted murder. She tried to kill her. She tried to kill her.
Oh yeah, just for real. I'm like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Yeah,
brutal.
Yeah,
but I can't wait for the next fucking season.
I think I recall Lamar had you watch it, Josh.
Yeah,
Lamar suggested you watch it, and it's just so funny that because you were like, I don't know, I'm not a fan of the movies, and now
you kept saying you didn't like Karate Kid. I have to keep explaining like it's not
everything to it.
And you said, I was like, I'll check it out sometime, and this was like the perfect moment to do it. And I was hooked because I heard you say something about it, Sam. A lot of people saying it, and it's one of those things where like, all right, I'll get to it, but I wasn't really going to. Lamar was because
see what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, because you know what it was? No, because Josh kept saying I don't like Karate Kid, and I was like, I can't stand Ralph Macchio. Like he annoys the fuck out of me. He annoyed Mr. Miyagi. His voice fucking annoys me. So, but I don't know who told me to watch it, but I just watched one episode and it was over. I'm like, oh, I'm in this shit.
Right here, I was hooked.
Yeah,
I'm in it.
And then you guys got me watching it because I watched the first episode and was like, it didn't do anything for me.
Oh, you watched like half the season. And you were like, I'm not in it. We were like, no, you need to finish the fucking season.
No, it was just the first episode.
Oh, it was just one episode?
It was just one episode. And you were like, Lamar, you were like, watch the second one, watch the second episode. And then if you don't like it, don't watch it. But the second episode is what got me.
Yeah, I thought the first episode kind of set up the tone of the show. So I thought you might have not.
Yeah.
Because at the first episode, Johnny had me cracking up.
Yeah.
He had me laughing too, but the way it ended was just like anticlimactic for me. That's why I was like, I don't think so. But then I watched the second one, and I don't know what it was, but it was just like, okay, I'm interested now.
Because Josh, I want to say you watched the whole season in one day. Because we were talking about some in the chat, and you just dismissed everything and was like, Cobra Kai? Yes.
I watched the first day, second and third season the second day.
Damn.
I was watching it because I was, hanging out here, mom and guy's house, and then I went back to my house. Me and Sam watched one episode, and we went to sleep. Woke up, both had the day off. Finished.
Sped through it.
I was hooked. I did not care about anything else that was going on. I was binge. I was laughing. I felt a lot of like emotions. Like, I was like, man, Stranger Things, get the fuck out of here.
Hey, I still like Stranger Things, but so Cobra Kai, like I said, the very last episode, it kind of like tapped me emotionally. Like it's like a superhero moment when Hawk switched sides. Yeah, when Hawk switched sides, I was like, yeah, man, yeah, Hawk, come back to the home team.
Yeah, go back to your partner, Dimitri.
Yeah, I was like, that show was good.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it too. Yeah. Okay, so. That's Josh's number 4. The clues for my number 4.
We are going slow.
So slow. Okay. My number 4, Missouri, laundering, family business.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I knew. It's the Missouri.
Yep. Oh, sorry.
I don't know how much more we can say about it, but like I said, because I can't talk about it without, I don't know. I'm blending the seasons, so I don't know where Josh is, so I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, you don't want to mess it up.
When he walked over here.
The last episode I saw is when the brother, who so far is like one of my favorite characters on that show.
Whose brother?
Laura Linney's brother.
Uh-huh.
The uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah, like takes his clothes off. He's running naked in the film. He's goes swimming, and that's the end of the episode.
I forgot he did that. I was thinking of the old man that used to live there.
Right, Lamar?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
But no. Okay, so we don't have to talk about it. I just want to say that the show it's like it moves kind of slow. like overall, it's kind of a slow moving show, but it's something about it that's just intriguing and makes you want to see what's about to happen. And of course, there are those episodes that end where you're like, fuck, I got to keep watching. But there's not a whole lot that's happening. It's not an action packed and like all this stuff happening, but enough happens in it.
So it's slow moving if you happen to walk in and don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. But if like we did, if you're invested, then it's not really as slow as it seems.
Yeah. So
but I don't want to talk.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it anymore. So my number 4 is Ozark.
I just want to say one more thing that I want to goes back to brother where he's taking all the phones from every kid. Puts it in the fucking like the what's it called, the wood chipper thing. Do you remember that part? Like,
I might have to do what Dad is doing and go back and watch it again before the new season comes out, because it's funny when you're watching it freshly, you remember more things. When you talk to other people, they're like, huh? So but let's keep it moving because Lamar doesn't want to spoil anything.
I'm gonna try to finish it by this week. I
don't want to show any reactions but it's definitely something I want to talk about after it's over. Okay. After you finish,
have like a quick what's it called, discussion of the last season of Ozark.
And Tasha, I want to talk to you about some editing of this episode we're doing.
Okay.
And have it ready for Josh.
Okay. Okay, so number 4 for me was Ozark. Lamar, what's your number 4?
Fuck, man. Stop talking about it, Josh. Fried chicken, laundromat, and car wash.
Fried chicken? Is it Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Where does fried chicken come? Oh, Gus. Yes.
Good one.
I don't want to say nothing too obvious.
Yeah, too obvious, not too vague either. I get it. Like I was about to say that. I'm all like, the laundromat, fried
car wash,
Huh?
Car wash. Oh, you said car wash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you? Okay, yeah, I got it.
The fried chicken is the one that threw me. I was like,
because everybody that was watching the show would call him the Chicken Man, like the Chicken Man.
Yeah, Hermanos, like it's supposed to be Apollo Manos, Crazy Chick Brothers, Crazy.
Yeah.
Chicken.
Yeah. So what about? So I never knew about this show, and it was like maybe 3 seasons in, and one of my coworkers was like, "You don't watch that?" And I'm like, "No, I don't even know what the fuck that is." He's like, "You gotta watch it," but he's like, "But I'm gonna tell you, you gotta get through like 4 episodes before you really fall in love with it." So the first 4 episodes was a struggle. It was like a real life struggle. But then when shit started happening, it started fucking happening. Mm-hmm. Like the shit started rolling. And I was like, when I say I was hooked, I was fucking hooked. I binged that 3. I was like, fucking, I'm supposed to go to bed at a certain time. I'll be up like 3 more hours trying to watch. Like just one more episode. I was fucking hooked all the way to the end. And this is one of those shows where I think it ended how it was supposed to too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep, it went out the way it was supposed to. I don't think I watched it until it was done. And surprisingly, I didn't hear anything that spoiled it. So I was able to watch it with no like, oh, I heard this happened or this happened. Right. Like I was able to watch it like it was a show that nobody knew about. So
and the crazy part is the people that knew about it loved it. And the people that didn't knew nothing about it.
Mm-hmm. Heard nothing about it. So
nothing about it, nothing.
So that was cool. I was able to just binge it and just watch it with nothing having been spoiled for me.
And the wife, I just remember the wife being so fucking annoying during this show. I've never been so annoyed by a woman character in my life. I was like, I can't stand this motherfucker.
Could not stand her. But I liked the sister.
Yeah,
everything was purple
too, though.
Everything was purple.
And she was fucking kleptomaniac.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, it's a brilliant fucking show. There's not much you can say about this show that you can't say about Ozark. That's why I said it's damn near in the same vein. It's like they're both doing things they don't necessarily want to do, but they have a reason behind it. Mm-hmm. Ozark was more so you don't have a choice. With this one, he kind of has a choice, I guess. But it's like the easier path for him. Even though it's a hard path, it's an easier path for him.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know if every episode was like this or if it was just here and there, but what I liked was how it would start almost
With
like
the
the
ending.
end or the mid, like something that happened big and you're just
Yeah.
like, what happened? And then it shows you the lead up to that.
And I
Yeah.
think they did damn near every episode. They started like that. It'll be like almost sometimes it'll be like in black and white. And you be like, what the fuck is that? And then they'll start the show. Like, wait, hold on.
Uh-huh.
It'd be fucking like what Walking Dead tries to do, but only this one does it better.
Is Walking Dead on anybody's top 5? We're gonna keep
Not
it
at all.
moving.
Top 5 shows that you started liking and fucking despised.
And then hated after a while.
Yeah.
Looks like that.
Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
Dude.
So I have a feeling we're gonna be talking about Breaking Bad again. So do we want to keep it going?
Yeah, we might as well.
Okay. What's your number 3, Josh?
Let's keep it going. You want to talk about I need to say it?
Don't even
I
need
had
to
a
say
feeling
it.
you were being quiet for a reason. So what do you want to say about Breaking Bad?
Well, unlike other people, I was like hooked from the very first episode. You know, like not a lot of stuff going on, but I was curious because don't they fucking fuck up those guys in the RV where he puts like mustard gas or something?
I think the very first episode starts with him in the RV with
In the desert, yeah.
in the desert with what's his name?
So but like it took its time to like get there. It didn't start at like it's the beginning starts at what happens at the end of the episode, near the end of the episode.
Mhm.
No,
Was that when he's like recording himself?
it starts with like the end of the season, I think. I think the RV shit. No. So the RV thing didn't happen till later on because it starts with that, and then it starts with it shows that in the beginning, and then it shows him in class.
Well, yeah, I was saying like in the beginning, it shows him saying, "I'm not making a confession," saying goodbye to my wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, and then they show what happens to him. You get to know who he is, and you find out who Jesse is. And then like it took its time to get there. It wasn't like
come together.
Yeah, it doesn't like some show that just jumps into it, and you're like, "What the fuck? What's going on?" Like, it can't just make you care about something, and it make me like, "Oh, it's good." I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Like some other shows Bryan Cranston's been in recently.
Hey, I like that show.
I did too.
Hey, I wanted to say that though, because I liked Malcolm in the Middle. To see him go from that to fucking Breaking Bad is crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Malcolm in the Middle, so
that shit is hilarious.
Seeing him do Breaking Bad and then see him do comedy stuff was weird to me because I didn't know him as a comic actor before Breaking Bad.
It was funny because kind of like John Lithgow, where I saw him as a comedic actor, and then see him do like I always go back to cliche as villains. Yeah, going against Denzel Washington and I like this guy, this funny guy from what's it called?
You said from Ricochet, because I remember you were talking about that. You said from Ricochet, and then you was like, I didn't know this guy to be serious.
And Brian, he's hella funny, and I've seen Malcolm Middle. Like I didn't watch it all the way through, but like, I've seen episodes here and there as a kid growing up, and then see him in Breaking Bad. I'm like, damn, this guy's a really good actor, and he's funny because he'll say something like sarcastic in one of the episodes, and he's not trying to be funny. It's just the way he says it that makes me laugh. Go away. And that new show he's in that I'm not a fan of, he's good in it. I just think it needs some better writing. And you know, it's like, do you want a show that just jumps off right away, or do you want a show that's like, hey?
Well, you guys know I prefer to be dropped in the world. So I kind of prefer that. I prefer. Put me here. It's bullshit going on. Let me figure it out while it's going on. Like I always prefer that. So I think. So I honestly think if somebody didn't tell me to make it through those first 4 episodes, I wouldn't have watched the show. I think I would have watched the first one and been like, "Oh, that was boring as fuck." Like I don't think I would have made it.
It was funny because I did see. Well, you remember Scott, my roommate. He was watching it, and I saw some parts, and I was like, "Oh, this show looks fucking good." It was when he was putting acid in the tub. No, he put the dead body in the
dead body. Yeah.
So I was just like, what the fuck is this show? So things about it, but I didn't hear. I think I was watching it, caught up, and then the final season was showing. Like I caught up all the way, and then like in 1 month, I binged the shit out that show. And
Yeah.
I wasn't even driving to work. I had to walk to the bar, take the bus. So I was waking up, ate some breakfast, spending all that time watching Breaking Bad, go to work, come back, watch Breaking Bad. Like I was hooked. I fuck. I'm not gonna get that much hours of sleep because I was hooked from beginning to end.
Yeah.
Seasons 1 through 6, whatever, 5.5, whatever.
I want to say it was 6.
I want to say it was like 6 too.
It was, but like on like certain things, it just said 5 part 1 or whatever. So, but it is, and I thought all 6 seasons were great.
Yeah.
That's the I don't remember a show that gave me like anxiety like that. That stressed me the fuck out.
And it would be like that. It would be like, how the fuck are they gonna get out of this? And then some shit will happen.
Be like, it's over. And then I'm all like, are you fucking kidding me? Get this stuff on the train. It's all good, all clear sailing. That fucking kid shows up. And,
oh my God. I was like, oh, son of a bitch. That same guy, he's always an asshole and everything.
And you know, in this one, he's cool. He's just fucked up in the head. He's just corrupted by his uncles.
He's not fucked up in the head. He's about the business. It's like it's like when he kills a kid, it's just business. Like he's not even thinking about it.
Yeah. A threat, or if he's trying to prove something, because when he kills,
he saw this. I gotta take him out. And and you know, I don't know. It seemed like everybody else was like, "Fuck," you know, he didn't fuck. He saw, but no loose ends. So.
But then he also killed Homegirl right in front of Jesse.
Yeah.
You know, to prove a point, or to, you know, show him like.
I was not expecting that. I was kind of like,
that was cold blooded.
I wasn't expecting him to kill the kid. It happened so fucking fast. Like, God, like,
hey.
Yeah.
And he reaches for his gun and shoots him.
And I was like,
he was just catching spiders.
What's it called when they killed like the character that I really liked. I mean, you know, I liked him a little bit better in the first few seasons, but he kind of just got, I don't know, like I understand it's his job, but at the same time I was like, man, dude, what the fuck?
The DEA agent, or is that what he was?
Yeah, Hank.
You talking about
Hank?
Hank?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Hank was like too smart for his own good, so it's kind of like he had to get rid of him at some point.
Yeah. And I was upset when they killed off Mike. When what's his name? Who what's his name? Bryan Cranston's character killed off Mike, because Mike was like,
oh, Mike, the henchman guy that worked with Saul, right?
Yeah. Was up?
He worked with Saul.
Are you talking about the retired cop with the granddaughter?
Mike worked with Gus. Mark worked in Fort
Gus. Yeah.
But Saul was just somebody that he kind of respected, like getting stuff done, but he didn't really care about.
He's in Better Call Saul too.
Yeah.
Fuck, he killed him?
He's like the really serious guy.
No, I know you're talking about.
Yeah.
With the granddaughter.
He heard like, what's her name? Somebody was gonna confess to what was going on, the business they were talking about, and Mike was gonna go on the airplane or escape. And then what's his name wanted the names of the people that worked with him in the past that were in prison that were gonna like spill the beans.
Yeah.
So since Mike wasn't gonna give anybody up, you know, Walter did a bitch ass move and shot him when he was going into the car. Like, he caught Mike off guard. Yeah, caught Mike off guard, shot him.
Yeah.
One of the girls had the list of people that knew who they were, or like something like that. And Walter White was gonna have them all killed off in jail because of, you know, connections.
Yeah.
I'm probably missing a lot of other details in there, but like
it's been so long since I watched it. I kind of don't even remember. But I
forgot Mike got killed.
I forget. That's what I said. Mike got killed. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
So, spoiler alert. Sorry.
All right. Breaking Bad.
That was your number 3, Josh?
Number 3.
Okay. I don't know if you guys will get mine, but my clues are coroner, psychic, brain food.
Psych.
Would you say, Josh?
Dead Zone?
No.
Psych?
No. Isn't Psych a comedy though?
Yeah. Are you talking about Dexter?
No.
What were the 3 clues again?
Coroner, psychic, brain food.
Oh, iZombie?
Yep.
Never seen it.
No, I was watching iZombie. That shit was crazy. Like I always thought that was like the what? Okay, I want to make sure I'm thinking of the right one. It was with you ever seen the Bernie Mac show?
No, I never watched it.
Was there a black lady as the main character?
No.
What the fuck am I thinking about then?
I don't know, but this one's it's a white girl. She's the main character. She gets turned into a zombie. And then she becomes a coroner because she worked as a doctor first. She becomes a coroner because
she would eat the brains and discover the cases.
Exactly. Solve the cases from eating the brains because she gets visions from the victim.
Yeah.
But then she also takes on their personality too.
I think Samaria was telling me about that. I think she was watching that.
Yeah, I absolutely love that show.
Yeah.
So it's fun.
Okay.
What the hell was
I can't talk about it because you guys haven't seen it.
I was thinking about Z.
I thought that was like a comedy, like when I heard about it. But like, is there any comedy in it, or is it?
I would say it's probably like it would be more considered a dark comedy.
Yeah.
Drama too, drama comedy, dramedy.
Crazy premise.
Very, yeah. But I saw the premise and I was like, this is interesting. So I just put it on and then it was hooked. Like I think it's 4 seasons.
So they got the idea from that Warm Bodies movie. Remember the zombie was eating the guy's brain, like, and then he could like see his thoughts. And then the zombies came back to life. You remember that movie?
I know they went in reverse, but
it's like they fell in love and they became humans again.
Yeah.
That one was ridiculous.
Yeah. I saw it. I remember that part of it, but that's about it.
But he used to keep the brains in his pocket and he would like eat it like snacks. And then he would like see whatever they saw or whatever.
Yeah, I said brain food because she eats the brains, but she always like makes them in like little meals, like different types of meals that incorporate the brain, and you see her cook it and everything, and then she eats it, and then
so she's like human and zombie.
No, she's a straight up zombie.
But they don't know she's not a typical zombie.
No, she's really pale, and they look at her like you need to get some color.
She's a zombie that can talk to the people, like kind of like how what's it called? The
Gods.
Is it kind of like she's a zombie, like how they are zombies in the San Clarita diet? Yeah.
And if you don't eat brains for a long period of time, you go full on Romero.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So there is a point where you do get to a zombie where you're like out of it, can't talk, and all you want to do is eat the brains. But that's only if you don't feed for so long. So if you feed regularly, then you're a functioning zombie.
So she's like that. Remember that show I told you to watch, Sasha, The Gods?
American Gods.
Yeah, remember how the girl's a zombie, but she's just like regular.
I got to the middle of the second episode and was like,
I was thinking that first season. First season was good. The second kind of, I don't know.
But yeah, so my number 3 is iZombie.
My number 3, Hellboy, Peggy Bundy, motorcycles.
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Jax.
Yeah. If you want to talk about a show that fucking had me addicted from the very first episode, it's Sons of fucking Anarchy. I didn't get no sleep. No sleep with this fucking show. Because it was already I want to say 4 or 5 seasons in when somebody told me about it. And I watched it. So I watched Breaking Bad and this at the same time, like same time frame. So right after, I don't know which one I watched first, but right after that one, I started the other one. And that was like this had me way more addicted to Breaking Bad. There was so much shit happening in the show. I was like fucking lost. I didn't want to go to sleep. I had this dude I work with, this black dude named Ruben. He was talking about he's the one who like convinced me because everybody was talking about it, but I'm like, it's a fucking biker show. But he was like, man, my nigga Opie blood, they killed my nigga Opie. I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, you gotta watch the show. But I didn't remember him saying the name of who he was talking about when I watched the show. And when they got to that part, I was heartbroken.
It's
a TV show.
They a lot of characters I liked, so that's why I was like, I was
fuck the show.
This was the first show.
I go back and watch the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Like, once they get Opie, Pliny, I forgot what this one. That's what I like. Once they killed off a lot of characters I liked.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, oh man, I'm losing interest. There's not that many because I don't like Jax.
This is that's fucked up. This is the very first show I felt like anybody could die. Any fucking body. Like when they killed Opie's wife, I was like, my jaw dropped. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like this is one of those shows. Like nobody's safe in this.
Nobody's safe.
Nobody's safe. Nope. At any time, somebody's gonna get killed.
Yeah, this was another show where I watched it when it was over. So I binged it. But with this one, with Breaking Bad, I didn't hear anything. Sons of Anarchy, I heard everything.
Right.
Except for the Opie thing. I think that's why it hit me so hard, because I didn't know that was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like I heard about Peggy Bundy. I heard about a couple of things that happened with Peggy Bundy's character, but I didn't hear about the Opie thing. So that was like, and he was my favorite. He was the most lovable one in the show.
Everybody's favorite. Like he didn't want to even be there.
Yeah.
It was like he didn't want to be there. He got the most fucked up out of everybody. Everything was happening like towards him.
Mm-hmm.
That shit. This was a great fucking show. Like great from beginning to end. Great. At a certain point, like the other shows, it's like, oh, okay, we could stop now. And I think they did it before you really got to that feeling.
Mm-hmm.
So it came to that, and they ended it when they were supposed to.
Yeah. Yeah, these shows that end like 5-6 seasons, as long as they do it right, then it's a perfect length of time. You don't need to go 11, 12 seasons like a Shameless, where it's like, okay, you're kind of overstaying your welcome right now.
Yeah, if you could keep the interest up, then it's cool. But a lot of shows, like I said, even the director said he didn't want to end it when everybody gets tired of it. He was like, I want to end it now.
Yeah.
Before everybody gets tired of it. And that's what he did. And he did it like I said, even that last season, it wasn't like they had a point where it started to like fall off. You could see they were going in that direction when it's like, all right, what are you guys gonna do next? But they didn't get to that point where you're like, man, fuck this. This shit is over.
Yeah.
Until it was over.
Yeah.
They had a whole lot of heartbreaking kills in this shit.
Yeah, I heard that.
Did you finish it, Josh?
Watched it, Josh?
No, I mean, like, the last 2 seasons, I heard there was a few people that die in it. I was like, oh shit. Because I'll say the show had a lot of good acting in it, and a lot of stuff was going on. For me, it was just like I would watch a couple episodes, like, okay, I'm satisfied, and then I'll wait until the next one, because they weren't too many cliffhangers on the show for me, or if there were, I was kind of like, oh, I'll check it out tomorrow.
Right.
So I thought, okay, yeah. And since I'm here, I'm gonna try to finish the rest of the show, because I got, like I said, when I got sidetracked for some reason, I started watching another show.
Mm-hmm.
So for Sons of Anarchy, you didn't watch the last 2 seasons?
No.
You just completely stopped. Oh, okay.
Oh no, I was fucking hooked. I was like hooked. And then surprisingly, Katrina got hooked after I got hooked. So we ended up watching like the last. It was fucked up because we watched all the seasons, and then it was like they announced the last season is coming on. We're like, fuck, we just caught up. So we ended up watching the last season on TV.
Like in real time.
Yeah. This shit was like, this show was, I real life didn't get no sleep with this one. Breaking Bad, it was like, I didn't get no sleep, but I kind of was like, all right, I can wait. But this one, it was like, I cannot fucking wait to see what happens next. Every time. Every fucking episode.
Yeah, I had some brutal stuff in it for sure.
Yeah.
So, okay. Josh, number 2.
Okay, number 2. So we have Lawyer, prequel, chicken.
Fried chicken.
Oh, that's Better Call Saul. And that's a great show too. It's in the same vein. That's a great fucking show too. Surprisingly.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
I say it's on par with Breaking Bad, but to me, I think it's a little bit better. That's why it's number 2 on the list, because like there's like some action and violence on there that shows you that it's connected to Breaking Bad, but the shit that he does
Yeah, it shows his true genius. It shows the way he thinks, because it's like he seems like so random, but every thought is like calculated to where it's like crazy. It's like how the fuck is he gonna work this out? And he works it out. Some random shit.
Yeah. What's his name? Him, Mike from Breaking Bad. Like all the characters that were bad that come here fit in. It's not even fan service. It's like, oh, that makes sense. They show you how the laundromat was made. They show you like how they met, how Gus and Mike started to form a relationship.
Right. They show you that they show you like characters from Breaking Bad. It's like, fuck, you gotta deal with this guy.
Yeah.
This shit is just, it's funny. It's funny, but it's like, oh, that guy's crazy. And you know he's crazy from Breaking Bad.
Yeah, once you see him opening the door when I forgot like I think it was like
at the grandma's house.
Yeah, and you're like, oh shit.
What did he say? What did he just call me? He said I could show my bitch ass up. What did he say? It was something like that. It was something like that. It was crazy.
Like talking mess about his grandma. He's like, why don't you watch that soap operas? And see, we know, like people who know who watch Breaking Bad know.
Because they said something about the grandma. They was like, she's an old ass bitch or something. And then you see him like, oh, and he comes out like, didn't they say she's an old ass?
Yeah, like, and you're like too close to him. Like even people who haven't seen Breaking Bad, I think they can watch this and enjoy it still.
Yeah,
because it's a prequel.
It's his own show. It's not. It doesn't really live off Breaking Bad. They just use the Breaking Bad characters because it's the same world.
Yeah.
So when you see them, you remember from Breaking Bad, but to him, it's like this is my first time meeting them.
Yeah.
So like if you've seen Breaking Bad, they're like Easter eggs for the fans.
Yeah.
Like
I wouldn't even say Easter eggs. It's because they're the same people. So it's not Easter eggs. It's like because in Breaking Bad, Saul knows who they are.
Yeah.
But in here, he's first introduced to them. But we know who they are. So you like, oh fuck, he's going over there. He has to deal with them.
And this show does a good balance between like, doing drama and doing the violence. Like, it's a show like when it showed Mike, he's more of the Breaking Bad part.
Yeah.
And then Saul has his own thing, but they know how to intertwine the story when they need to. Every time this show comes out, it takes me an hour, like not an hour, a day to watch each episode. 10 episodes for like I think 30 minutes. It's not that long. That's all I need. Like I binged the shit out of that show. Like this shit needs to hurry up.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen. Isn't it still on? Or there's like it's not over yet.
No,
one more season.
Yeah.
Has Walter White shown up yet?
No. Well, no, because I don't think he will, because the episode they first meet on that one episode in Breaking Bad.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably would be like maybe like if they what's it called? Reference that episode in season, or like making it longer. Like I have a feeling that it's gonna end before he meets Jesse, and
right before that meeting.
Yeah,
because it's more like showing how he gets established, because he's not. It shows how he becomes well known.
What if it ends? What if it ends with like him in his office and his assistant says, "There's a Walter White here to see you," and then it cuts to black and that's the end of the series?
That would be cool.
I'd be cool with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So they haven't referenced him, met him, nothing. It hasn't gotten to that point yet in his story. Okay.
Neither him nor Jesse White. All everybody but those two characters.
Everybody but them, because that world was already going before Walter White got there.
Right.
So he's part of he's kind of dealing with not on purpose, but he's kind of accidentally dealing with that world.
Yeah, because you kind of get introduced to like the Tuco family and Gus and how their beef and what their beef is. And Walter White, he brings Jesse along and they go into that world. So it's establishing the world, and then Breaking Bad is Walter White.
Mm-hmm.
It's like The Hobbit, and then there's Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Only difference is this prequel's good,
Okay. Yeah. Anything more?
No, that's it. That's one of the greatest prequels to a show or spinoffs to a show of all time to me.
Nice.
Okay, my number 2 clues are long-running medical drama, so many deaths.
ER.
Mm-mm. Let her finish one more thing.
House.
No.
Those 3 guesses or 3 clues, or
Those are my clues, yeah.
okay.
Long-running medical drama and so many deaths.
Oh, what's that lady's name? It's the doctor's name. What the fuck is her name?
What color is this?
Black, gray, Grey's Anatomy.
Yes.
I
was like, why is he showing his black shirt?
Yeah, I was like black.
Black.
Black, darker black.
Grey's Anatomy has been on forever.
Yeah, that shit is a long. I've never seen one episode, but that is like
it has been on forever, but it's still on, and every episode leaves me like, fuck you, Grey's Anatomy, because it's like emotional.
So it's like the you would say it's like the medical version of like Law and Order.
Not as long running as that, but it's still, yeah, the cases that come up every episode to this day, no matter how long it's been on, they're still good. The only thing
Law and Order has a fucking cheat code. I don't know how they keep going.
I don't either, because I see SVU episodes now and I'm just like, fuck, after all of these seasons, it's still
that's
good.
How Katrina is. Every fucking one. Like, I know you saw this already. No, I haven't. Like, no, it's not possible.
But what was it? What was I gonna say about Grey's Anatomy? The cases, even like, because when the show first came out, they would talk about how the cases, they would take them from like real things that would happen, and it would be some crazy shit, like a tree stump through somebody's torso or something. And that's like how
Law and Order does it.
Yeah, they pull from the headlines and make a story off that too. But it's like, to this day, like they still have cases and stories that are just like, well, damn, and heartstrings, like emotional, and they touch on everything. The only thing that's different with Grey's compared to SVU is they kind of focus more on the personal lives of the doctors and they do on the detectives in SVU. But it's a good balance of the medical stuff, but also the personal lives. So I still really like it. Then there's so many characters that have died in it though. So it's like, when you go back, you're like, holy shit, I forgot about that character. But
like Oz.
I never watched Oz.
That's honorable mention. That's honorable mention. Oz is a good fucking show.
I couldn't bring myself to watch it when it was on.
If you watch it, you will see everybody from every show you watch right now. Every character's on Law and Order. Maybe Grey's. I don't know about Grey's Anatomy. But yeah, and on The Wire, every fucking character was in something else.
Everybody, yeah. But yeah, Grey's Anatomy is not my number 2.
Okay, cool.
My number 2, fucking South Central, crack cocaine in the 80s.
No Fall?
Hell yes.
No Fall. I thought he said no.
No Fall?
I thought that was gonna be number 1. Okay.
It's 3 full seasons, nonstop. Have not lost any interest.
4 seasons.
Not lost. Yeah, isn't there 4 seasons?
Fuck, I keep shortchanging them.
Yeah, so, this was the 4th season. Yeah.
When I shortchange them, it's a good thing because it's so good it runs together. You know how with a show you can always pinpoint that one season, like, but then when this season came, I was like, fuck this. Yeah. This one has no misses. Like literally no misses. I could go back. So I did it twice. So whenever the new season comes out, I watch the other season, and then when the 3rd season came out, I watched the first 2 seasons. And I'll probably do it again. I'll watch all 4 before the next season. Like it's one of the shows I don't get tired of.
And it's not a long show either.
No,
like Ozark, it's only 10 episodes a season, which is
right.
It's kind of like bittersweet because it's like when it's over, you're like, "Fuck, that's it." But it's like enough.
give me enough. Don't just do enough. Like fucking. Don't do like Walking Dead and give me fucking 16 episodes where you cut it in half and now I gotta wait 6 months for you to pick it up and you ain't even talk about nothing new. Don't give me that. Give me the
everybody their own damn episode.
Right. Oh my God. Give me the short and sweet. Give me like the Cobra Kai. Here's the season. Everything's gonna happen. We'll see you next time.
Mhm.
I like when they do that. I like Snowfall. Everything's happening from here to here. We'll see you next time. They didn't even do that. You know how people do a show and then they be like, the season finale. Then the week comes and they're like, we pushed it back to next week. They don't even do that.
Yeah,
It's
it was
like
every week.
every week you're gonna get every episode and then we'll see you next time.
Mhm.
So it's like they give you enough to keep it going. They give you enough to keep your interest, keep it going. We'll see you next time. I appreciate that. And this one is like, if this was a movie, this would be my number one drug dealing movie. But since it's a TV show, no misses in this fucking show. No misses.
Okay.
From beginning to fucking till now.
Did you watch it from the beginning?
Except for how the third season ended.
When you said there was no miss, I was gonna say except that one episode.
Those 2 episodes. Because they had the one before that episode where they went back and it was like, what if he took this path? And they did a whole full episode of if he went to college. And
that was one episode.
Huh?
That was just one episode.
That was the episode before the season finale.
I thought that was the season finale.
No.
I thought it was.
What?
Yeah. Because we were like, that was bullshit that they ended the show that way.
Maybe it was. Okay, so maybe it was because I know I was irritated as fuck.
Yeah,
I was
it was
like,
just
they
that
didn't
one
do it like
episode.
that.
Yeah. But I was asking, did you watch it from when it very first started, or did you kind of
the very first episode?
Okay.
That shit had me hooked from the very first fucking episode. Well, I mean, it's not surprising because like my favorite movie is Menace to Society. Like I love West Coast nostalgic movies and shows. Like that's my favorite thing in the world. If you could do anything like The Wood, fucking Menace, Boys in the Hood, like I love those type of movies. So when you do a show like that, it's like I'm automatically on it, and they don't miss. And it's not surprising because it's by John Singleton. So it's like he did the shit perfect for me. For somebody like me, he did it perfect.
I started watching it when the third season was airing. So I binged the first and second and then caught up when it was like, I think the last few episodes of season 3.
Yeah.
So I caught up at that point. So season 4, I watched it every week that it came out. Josh, you said you started it, but have you gotten past the first season?
No, that's gonna be the next show I watch. That's a show me and Sam used to choose shows to check out, and that's the next one because he said that was more like Breaking Bad.
Right, and I remember you saying that. So it's not far off from that, but I think it's more toward that's what I was saying. It's more for me. It's like the black version of Blow.
I was just about to say that it's more so like Blow.
And I think that's how Blow came up when we were talking about this last time. Because I was like, it's more like the black version of Blow, and Josh was like, I never seen Blow. So how do you feel about it, Josh? What do you think it compares more to, like Breaking Bad or Blow?
I don't know. Like I gotta watch it a little bit more because every time, like I guess when somebody's selling drugs for whatever reason, compare it to like what's it called? Compared to Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
So I would have to watch a little bit more because I don't really see it. So I guess it would be Blow, but let me just
But I know, but I understand what Sam's saying because Walter White was on a good path.
Yeah,
and just getting into that life. Yeah.
Then it's like he feels like I'm in a corner. I have a choice but to go into this life. So with Franklin, he was on a good path too. Like he was known as the good kid on the block. Even though the difference was he was already selling drugs, but it was like on a low thing. It was like a casual thing. He was selling weed for his uncle.
Right.
So it wasn't like he was on a straight and narrow, but everybody knew him as the good kid. Like, oh, he's going to be somebody.
Yeah. He's smart. He's smart. He's book smart and all that stuff. But I was gonna say with Breaking Bad, it was like he was getting into the life, but he was making the stuff. So he was creating his own product. Whereas with like
Franklin did pretty much the same thing though.
After a while, but getting into like starting off.
Yeah, because he goes somewhere and he just like discovers crack.
He goes somewhere.
He goes to Oakland. I don't know how far Josh went. I don't want to say too much. Yeah, but it's like he discovers it.
Yeah, 2 or 3 episodes. But yeah, I mean, because let's talk about Ozark. because I know we talked about that similar to Breaking Bad, but doesn't Jason Bateman kind of like puts himself in that position and kind of just
he does the money laundering.
Right.
So he's not doing the drug sell. He's doing he's handling the money, the drug money.
It's in the same realm though, like you're doing wrong. But I don't so in the beginning, does he know that's what he's doing? I thought his partner was doing it and he just kind of was like, fuck, I'm part of it because it's my partner was doing it. It made it seem like he didn't know that his partner was doing the drug laundering.
I don't remember.
Remember how it started? Because it started with the guy showing up to their business office and I think he kills his partner. Mm-hmm. And he's kind of like, you need to go do this. You have to do this. My money needs to keep coming in. So it's kind of like he was like forced into that position. But it makes it seem like he didn't know, but it's like he doesn't have a choice now.
Yeah, I think he didn't know like all of the details and everything, but it wasn't like he wasn't deterred from it when it all started to come to the surface, especially when seeing what money he was going to make. So
but it was like so it seemed like it seemed like he didn't know, and the guy was like, I don't give a fuck if you didn't know or not, now it's on you. So it wasn't like he had a choice. It was kind of like we're gonna kill your family if you don't do it.
This was the guy from the very beginning, right? The one that when it shows us how he kind of gets in the middle of it.
Yeah.
But in Bad, is he like the only character that like, even though like whatever making it, being a part of, seems like he was doing it because he had cancer. He didn't know how long he was going to stay, so he wanted to get behind help money to his kid's family. And then eventually he got caught up in doing like, all that stuff. He wasn't just doing this for his family. He's doing it for his own himself.
Right.
So that's a little, turn they have on there. But like, for Ozark, I'm like wondering, are they doing it because they're so interested in it? Like they're doing it because
Franklin's about business.
Franklin. So Franklin within the beginning season, he gives like this speech on why he's doing it. Mm-hmm. And he's basically like, I'm black, I don't have a choice. Like that's what his speech boils down to. It's like not it's like I have a choice, but he's kind of like tired. Like, why do we got to keep struggling type shit? Everything he says in that speech, it's kind of like you understand why he's doing it. It was like, it was for the money, but it was for like, I want to be at the top. And I know this path I can get to the top. These other paths I'm not too sure about.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he was tired of struggling basically.
Yeah, okay.
In Ozark, he didn't have a choice. But then when he found a way out, it was like his wife was like, no, I want to stay here now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But don't say anymore because you might say the wrong
I don't want to talk about Ozark no more.
I'm going to start watching it now. 3 more episodes. Like I said, season 2 was kind of a slow show, but I was enjoying what I was seeing and I was interested in.
Yeah,
like I said,
because you're invested at that point.
Yeah, right. I don't mind a show taking its time, then jumping right into it, and I'm kind of like, what I mean. Like I gotta if I'm gonna spend 10 hours, an hour each day or whatever with these characters, and I gotta care. If I don't care, I'd be like, I dare you to put a bullet in that person's head. The main character.
Well, and that was me in Snowfall. I like literally care about everybody in the show. It like I said, it's that world I love for some reason.
Yeah, really good show. The 4th season, it flew by.
That shit went by quick. It seemed like.
I feel like it flew by really quick, and
because it was brilliant. They did so much. It was like the first 6 episodes was all setting up for the last 4, and it didn't fail. Like the first 6 episodes, how we talk about Facebook. Like everybody on my Facebook was watching it, and everybody had complaints. It was like they loved it, but everybody had complaints like, fuck Franklin, oh, he's a bitch. Oh, why he ain't doing this? Why? It was like all of those type of complaints. Like, oh, he's just going to do that. Oh, he's just a bitch. Oh, he's stupid. He's falling. He's about to lose it all. So they give you all of that in the first 6 and it sets up for the last 4. And it's like a great payoff.
Yeah.
Great payoff.
I totally agree. So it's just time check. It's after 7:30. So
shit.
I think we just got our number ones, right?
Yeah. Here, I'll do mine real quick. I was about to say swords, castles, dragons. Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
We actually talked about this a little bit over the weekend, Josh, and I totally forgot that was your number one.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, it's weird because of how much you hated the last season, that it
And
didn't affect the rest of the season for you. You still consider that your number one show.
So for me, I understand why it's like that, but that last season is the reason why I hate the show overall. And I'll tell you why. Because Katrina watched the shit faithfully. Like, she watched the shit faithfully. I didn't start paying attention to her watching or walking in on her watching until the second to last season. So I caught like the first couple episodes of the second to last season, and then it caught me. So I binged all of the seasons, all of them, all the way up to the last one. So now I'm excited for the last one, and then I get that for the last one.
Yeah, because I thought like season 7 was good, but I was kind of like, that's where I kind of noticed like, okay, this is getting a little bit too Hollywoodish. But one more season, ended on a good note, and you had 1 year, you had a year to take off. You come back and you offer us this bullshit. But it doesn't take away like all the other great seasons. Like seasons 1, everybody says season 1 through 4 were great, and the rest is kind of But to me, season 6, I've lied. I didn't notice it.
Every season up until that last season was like fantastic. Well, okay, so Josh, did you watch it live or did you binge it?
Actually, I binged it. Like, fuck. Because when the first season came out, or after the first season came out, I watched it on DVD. Because my friend, he had it on the collection, so he brought it over. And then by the time I finished, season 2 already finished. So I went back to watch it on demand. And then for like a couple years, I didn't watch season 3, didn't watch season 4. And then came back, binge that all in 1 week. Season like 3 through 4. Didn't hear anything about the Red Wedding. And that shit,
that shit right there.
That was the very first time I was speechless. Like, you know, when that happened, I was like,
and Katrina would always tell me, she would always say that. She wouldn't say anything about it though. She'd be like, oh, it's a Red Wedding episode, but she wouldn't tell me what it was about. So I was like you. So when it came to that, if she saw me watching that, she was like, oh, you're on the Red Wedding, and she just like walked out the room.
So because she didn't want to see it again.
I'm stupid. What is the big deal?
It's like, oh, they're tripping.
They're celebrating. Why are they locking those doors?
Like, I was like, something, because I heard what happened to Joffrey. So they fucking spoiled it on the goddamn, under the Golden Globes or whatever. I forgot what it was. Like, I know he did. I don't know how, but I know he's dead, thank God. So I gotta watch it. So I'm thinking the Red Wedding is gonna have something to do with him and that one other girl getting married.
Yeah.
And nothing happens, and then we're at this wedding. I'm all, the fuck? And the ending, I was like, holy shit, they did that to this fuck. Is it pregnant?
They don't give a fuck. They don't give a shit. So, but I remember while I was binging, I remember the promise he made to marry the girl.
Yeah.
So the whole time when he's doing the other wedding, I'm like, he made a promise though. Like, he's just gonna breathe by, and then you're gonna go kick it with them. Like, this is the whole thing I'm thinking. So when she walked in and said, "Oh, you're on this episode," and walked out, I'm like, what's the problem? What's the big deal?
Maybe she didn't want to like give anything away with her facial expression, like looking at you.
Yeah,
like,
but I knew it was a big deal because she kept talking about it. Like her coworkers talking about it. She just kept saying the Red Wedding. Oh my God, they were telling her. She was saying they were telling her about the Red Wedding. Then she watched it like, oh my God, the Red Wedding. Yeah. But I was like, shh, they don't give a shit.
You like this character. Because all the characters, it's funny, they killed off a lot of characters I liked, but not enough to like, oh, this show. Like they.
But this is one of the shows like Sons of Anarchy where nobody's safe. So this is one of those when you kill that. I'm like, next episode, this guy's gonna be all the way here to the end. Even when they put his head in the thing, I'm like, somebody's gonna save him. Shoot. He's not gonna die.
It's a dream sequence, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I was like, no, they didn't chop off. They didn't. Let's play the next episode.
Yeah.
A funeral.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be attached to his back. It's supposed to be attached to the head. It's supposed to be a cop out.
Yeah.
I was so used to that in other shows. This was like game changer for me because I'm like, wait, what?
It's like and then they go to the next level like, if you didn't believe us,
Yeah,
we were gonna confirm it for you.
yeah, like with that, but the camera work, he actually got his head chopped
Yes.
off. That was the character I watched it for because I liked him and he was my favorite character.
Right.
And then second season, Peter Dinklage I liked, and I like all these other ones. I didn't care about Jon Snow that much. Like
it was always something about Jon Snow that I liked. I don't know what it was. It was always something about him. I did not like the other son.
Rob?
I couldn't stand that motherfucker for some reason. I don't know what it was. Okay, so you seen Troy, right?
Yeah.
So they gave me the feeling of those brothers. Remember, the one brother was brave, the other brother was like a bitch.
Oh yeah.
Troy.
Yeah.
So they gave me that feeling like Jon Snow was the brave brother and the other brother was the bitch brother. Like they gave me that energy. The bitch brother, he was a bitch. Like you're the reason your brother's dead. Like fuck you.
Yeah. So yeah, for time things, Game of Thrones, #1 drama show. Not my favorite show of all time, but my #1 favorite drama show.
Drama.
Yeah, there's a lot of action in it, but it's more drama. Like those are like the best scenes when they're like talking hella shit or something about something hella like important. I'm like, oh shit.
And surprisingly, it held my attention in those fucking. I love Tyrion to death. I think he's my favorite character from the whole show.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. So
yeah.
Yep.
It didn't stick with me. I tried. That was one of my kryptonite shows. And
I have a topic for discussion on another day. What's a better movie, Troy or Gladiator? We can talk about it later though.
Okay.
Whoa. Yeah, Tasha, say yours. I don't like Josh's face. Say yours.
Oh, what was I gonna say about Game of Thrones?
All right.
Oh,
I can't. All right. Go ahead, Tasha.
What I was gonna say about Game of Thrones is I think it was too hyped for me. I think that's what affected it. I was trying to like it.
It was extremely hyped up.
Extremely.
But I think it helped me walking in on Katrina watching it. Because when I say it was hyped, I would hear Snoop talk about it. You would hear everybody talk about this fucking show.
Yeah. I didn't hear anything. All I hear is like, oh, it's like boring or whatever. There's too many nude scenes, and I would just.
I never heard. I would just hear like, I would just hear the hype, like, oh, Game of Thrones, like, like, okay, so like, I don't like when hip hop dudes over hip hop something. So when Snoop would talk about it, oh, that's my shit, that's my nigga Jon Snow. Like, don't talk like that, man. Come on, just say you like the show. You know what I mean? It's like you're over hip hopping it, and a lot of people did that. To where it kind of turned me like, I don't want to watch that. But just me walking in on her watching episodes, it made me want to watch it.
Yeah. I tried, and I was like, everybody likes it. I should like it. And then I'm watching it and I'm like, why am I not liking it? Like, what's wrong with me? How come it's not connecting with me?
That's how I felt about Your Honor. I'm like, I'm supposed to like this show. I can't get into it. That I feel you, Tasha. There'd be shows that are hyped up and like they'd be saying like it's a really good show, and I can't get past it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to compare Your Honor with Game of Thrones, but I see what you're trying to do.
Why do you keep coming back to Your Honor?
One show is like very superior, and the other one's kind of forgetful. Not to say what that one is, but Tasha, do you want to go with your #1?
Yes, let's continue. The clues for my #1 are technological, futuristic, anthology.
Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a black in there, right?
What was the clues again?
Technological, futuristic, anthology.
What do you say? Like you say Candyman, right? Where do you say Candyman at?
Every episode.
Oh, Black Mirror?
Yes.
Is that so that's a drama?
Yeah. Uh-huh. And the guy from the new Candyman is in Black Mirror.
Oh, I see what you did there. He's in the episode that Lamar loves.
That was a triple entendre. What you just did there. he hit 3 birds with one stone with that one. It was like, bam, I'm mentioning the movie. I'm saying the name I'm not supposed to say. And I'm bringing up the episode that makes Lamar uncomfortable.
I absolutely love Black Mirror. Josh just randomly one day was like, check this show out. I'm watching it now. And I watched the first episode with the politician and the pig. I don't know if you've seen that one, Lamar.
So
disturbing.
The way I do Black Mirror, I always do it randomly, and I love the episode. So it's never like I go to a season, let me watch the whole season.
Yeah,
it's
you don't
always
have to.
like a random. It's like I'll click if nothing to watch, I'll click on it, and I'll go through a season, and I'll just go down to the episodes and just click one.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
How I've always done it. So, but there haven't been any misses. It's like
there are.
I haven't seen one yet. It's like it's kind of like a It's kind of, I don't want to say that. I don't want to disrespect it, so I'm not going to say it.
Okay. Well, I was going to say there are some misses. There are some where it was like, I liked it when I watched it. I don't need to watch it again. But then there's some that I will rewatch over and over again.
Okay, which one have you guys seen that you think was a miss?
It was the one where it was black and white, and this woman was like, I forgot what she was doing because like I saw it once and it was like, this one was whack.
When they had the little machines,
there was like little dogs or something, but they were like robotic.
Yeah.
When she camped out and the dog died.
Yeah.
Or she thought the dog died. Like she camped out, right?
It ran out of power and battery.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't see that as a miss.
I didn't like that one.
The one I didn't care for.
Which one?
The one with the 2 girls.
Oh yeah, you thought that one was boring. I didn't mind that one.
I didn't.
Said 2 girls.
Yeah, like
where it's like takes place in the 80s, and it's this white chick and this black chick, and they would like meet and then party and on like a beach.
The girl from Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
Not the bald-headed girl from Orange is the New Black.
I think she's from like the new Terminator film. Like she's a new up and coming star, and the black girl's from like Cloverfield Paradox. You don't have to watch that. Well, that one was a miss, and the one with the bees were a miss to me.
I liked that.
I don't think I've seen either one of those yet.
Yeah,
the one with the 2 girls. It was a love story that it took place in the 80s, and then the one with the bees was more like a movie episode, better than Bandersnatch.
Don't bring that up. That shit, I was so excited for that.
Josh can't even compare because he hasn't seen it, but the B one you would say is better than Bandersnatch.
I was so excited for Bandersnatch.
Yeah, but I just like the weirdness of it and it's interesting as hell. And
the thing I love about it, it always starts random. The middle's always weird as fuck. But then they tie it all up at the end. Every time.
Good. Yeah.
Every time it makes sense at the end.
Yeah.
Except for that, that one does make sense. It still makes me uncomfortable though.
Oh.
Well, Papa Doc and Candyman.
I swear every episode that name comes up. But I really wish they would come out with another season, but what sucks is the seasons are always short, so it's like a tease.
Which is better, which is good. It's good that they do that, so you don't get overwhelmed.
But 3 episodes?
But they're like mini movies.
They're an hour.
Yeah,
mini movies.
I mean, I need more than 3 episodes in a season.
Well, Tasha, you said the last season of Black Mirror, the first episode was cool, but the last 2 were kind of like whatever.
It's like good, okay, meh. So the good one was the Striking Vipers one with Lamar said Papa Doc and what's his face, and then the second one had the guy from Snowfall.
Oh, the one with the guy with Snowfall was cool.
That's what I said. It was okay. And then the one with Miley Cyrus was
I haven't seen that one.
So there are a couple misses, but
still my favorite is the one when the girl they kidnapped that girl and she had to keep reliving it. I was like, what in the fuck is going on?
Right. You're like, why is nobody helping her? Like,
Right.
then you find out why.
Oh yeah, that one was.
That's
weird.
still my favorite one out of all of them.
That one ended up in Drive for a trip.
Which
that
one?
ending for that one.
Oh,
like,
oh my god.
Like those two.
That
those
one.
two are the ones that made me like, because like from beginning to end, I'm like, where is this going? What are they gonna do? Like,
you guys made me watch that one, and fuck that one. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, that's one of the ones where it's like it was good, but I can't rewatch it. That's not what I can watch again.
Fuck him.
I let Emma and Chandra watch that one, and I was like, all right, do you guys feel bad of what he's dealing with? Oh yeah, I don't know what's going on, because you think he's just watching regular porn,
right?
And, I mean, shit, I don't want anybody knowing what I watch. But when you find out what he watches at the end, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Perverted motherfucker.
Oh, you're like, I was feeling sorry for this guy. Damn it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Same with the one girl. You're like, oh shit, what's going on? And I mean, obviously I don't give a fuck about what happens to this girl, but like the way that like certain people like are, who are kind of like psychotic when it comes to punishing people. Like that's a scary thing. That taps into like, man, I'd probably be like that. And I don't want to, but shit.
No, at the end, I was like, fuck her, man. Like, when you find out why, you're like, yeah, fuck her. Put her back in there.
Let her keep reliving that.
Yeah.
I feel like most of them probably don't even give a shit of what she does. I think some of them just say sadistic too.
Oh, I know what you mean. Like some people don't care about the crime. Just like, let's keep torturing her ass.
Yeah. But yeah, Black Mirror is my number one. I love it.
Okay.
My number one. Bodie, Marlo, Baltimore.
You know what, Josh?
Yeah. You want me to say it? Want to say it? Should we say it on 3?
1, 2, 3. The Wire.
The Wire.
Wait. The Wire.
Oh, sorry.
You laughed.
So
I was like, interrupted.
So this is the thing. So because it was really close between The Wire and Snowfall for me. So the Wire, like, I don't know how to explain it. So the Wire, I hate when they go to the political side of it. I don't care about the politics and shit. Season 2 of The Wire, borderline terrible. But overall, it's like a addictive show. I've rewatched it like 3 times. With Snowfall, they haven't had a chance to fail yet. So I'm scared to make it number 1 because they haven't had a chance to fail yet. Even though
it's not over yet.
Right.
I thought it was over.
No, they got another season coming.
Oh, okay. Shit. All right.
Yeah.
So The Wire, it was so deep, it's so real. Like, so that like overtook all of the, like I said, the politics shit, I guess it's necessary. And then you see the cops tapping into that shit. That's important too.
Yeah.
It's like, but I was more into the story of the drug dealers and what they were doing, what they're facing with, like the battles between them. Like the whole show is just deep. From beginning to end, except for that second season. That second season is like, I almost want to hate you, but I can't, because after that season, it got great. Like the first season was good. The second season, I think it did lose a lot of fans. Then the third season on was like great.
Yeah, I've heard people say the second season doesn't exist.
Yeah, you might as well say that, because that second season, boy, that was it with that newspaper article shit.
Yeah, I did like the first season. Wasn't in it into it as much as other people were, but like I was all right. Let me check out the second season. And the second season, I was kind of man. No matter like good acting, cool, but I'm not feeling it. Where's
you don't care? You just don't care. You just don't care. I don't know why they decided let's take this angle. I feel like whoever wrote this didn't want to focus on the drug dealers. But then when they did that second season, they realized, hey, everybody cares about the drug dealers. They don't care about this fucking newspaper article and none of this other shit that's going on.
I have like the only newspaper. Actually, no, fuck it. I don't think there's any newspaper like shows or movies I really like.
Funny thing is, Snowfall, the last season, has the newspaper girl, and I was like, if they focus on her, I'm gonna be pissed off. But they didn't. Thank God. So I think they learned from The Wire, like, hey, we can't focus too much on this.
Yeah, a little bit, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, have it there.
But with this one, that part plays an important role in the season. The newspaper shit in the second season of The Wire, it's kind of like, why? Like, we really don't give a fuck because you're covering the politics. We don't really care about the city like that. We want to know what's going on with these drug dealers. We don't care about who's running for governor and all of this shit. So that's always been like when I'm watching The Wire, that's the time to go get a drink or something. Or whenever they go into the guy running for government and all this shit and dealing with it, I would just like tune out. But the rest of the show is so good, I'll tune back in. It's like a commercial break for me. But that's overall the greatest show that ever came out so far. Because Snowfall, if they do one more season, I don't know if this is going to be last season or not. If they do one more season that's perfect, then that's it. Like, then that's the number one. Then it takes the spot.
Yeah, they'll switch spots.
Yeah, right now they're on a path to do it.
Okay.
The Wire gets a lot of high praise. And a lot of people were saying that it didn't get its just dues when it was airing, which was early 2000s on HBO. It didn't get the accolades that it deserved. So a lot of people now go back and watch it because they hear about it.
Yeah. I was about to say the thing is, a lot of people. Okay, so you remember when Family Guy first came on TV, nobody really cared, and then they had like the last season. That's when I caught it. The last season. Everybody loved the last season as it went off air, and then they brought it back because everybody loved it. So it was kind of like that's how they did The Wire. Like that first season, like Josh said, it was cool. The second season, everybody hated. So when the third season came out, it's kind of like we don't. I'll watch it if I catch it. But the seasons were so great, but they were like overlooked because nobody really cared about it. It's like after that second season, they broke a lot of hearts. Like fuck this show. But then. After it was, I think when it got to like the last season, then everybody was like, "Oh shit, you ain't seen The Wire?" So everybody went back to that third season and watched it up until the end.
Can I do that? Can I skip the second season and go to the third season, or do I have to watch
Fuck that second season. Don't watch the second season.
But as somebody who's watching it for the first time,
don't watch the second season. It doesn't help anything.
I mean, I'll just read synopsis or whatever. I'll read the whole thing of what happened or a recap because
do that.
I could get into it. Like the first, like I said, I liked the first season. I was curious about the second season, and I just couldn't do the second. I was like,
okay, so the second season did have some semi-important shit happen, but it was so focused on shit nobody cared about that it made it terrible. It was like the drug dealing shit became like the side story. More focused on the politics, the newspaper shit. I think they even had, but they had the docs and shit. Like, didn't they have like the docs and the guys, the dock workers?
Yeah.
It was like they were so focused on this other shit we didn't care about. We watched it for the first season. Continue that story.
Yeah.
Why'd you go this way?
It did because I was given a disclaimer. I was told you have to get through season 2. You have to just get through it. But it was like two completely different shows.
Two completely different shows.
I think about just skipping the parts where they have the newspaper or the docs and going to what's his name? Who's the main gangster's name?
Barksdale.
Yeah,
Barksdale.
Yeah. I'm thinking
at that time it was Barksdale.
Yeah. So
who was in the first season?
What? You looking like that time?
No, because
at that time it was Barksdale. Because later on, what's his name shows up. Because then it comes the battle between the two gangs.
So that was our top 5 drama series, top 5 personal favorite drama series of all time. Yes,
Straight
that's
up.
what we all did.
Top 5 drama series of all times. Of all Americans. All Americans agree with my list.
Yes. You said All American?
Every American agrees with my list.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the show All American.
Yeah, I'm all like,
I could have made it, but I fell off.
Yeah.
That first season was incredible.